stepping on somebody's toes or feet or something like that.
Stomping on someone's feet?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. That was his explanation of the referee.
Okay. And
You get a push, I know, and he reacted on that. Not so smart.
okay, so it was the same play, the push, and
Yeah, I think he get a push and he reacted on that probably. So.
okay. And could you please explain, was there a defensive breakdown on that third goal, or was it simply just a really good pass made by the Red Bulls?
No. I think, when you are so close to victory, whatever pass is coming into your area, you have to stop it. And I think there was, like to somebody's legs or something like that, what I saw from a view. It was maybe it was a good pass, but also I think there was a little bit luck also involved. But still, we weren't tight enough at that moment, and we have to understand, it's 30 seconds or 40 seconds to go, so you have to try to get everything, your body in front of the ball, and it wasn't enough because you work so hard to come back, and then you go with a very bad taste in your mouth. You leave the field, of course, because you can get a really good boost out of that from the comeback or so, of course, and now you're very disappointed because you have only 1 point.
Go ahead and back.
Spanish question for.
First English, no?
We'll hold off on Spanish. We're on to English now, but Spanish again.
Okay, because this is for the Spanish viewers of channel
We can
34.
end it just at the end. We'll start with English. We'll do it right quick. Go ahead.
Pity Martinez starting centrally and Julian Gressel out on the right. Can you explain what your thought was behind that, since Pity has been starting on the right recently?
Yeah, because you saw this kind of games, with Red Bull. They're putting a lot of pressure. It's long ball, and it's winning duels. And so if you can win those balls, you have to have runners. And Pity is the guy who has to deliver those balls, of course, to Julian or to Joseph or to Justin. And so that was the idea behind it. And so they want to really press 1 against 1. And so if he can, come into midfield and some center defender has to mark him, so he can create spaces at that moment for us, to get the relief out of the pressure from them. And so that was the idea behind it also, if you remember in the first game there in New York. In the beginning we had a lot of times that he was free and maybe he didn't make the best choices, but this is the player that you want to have on the ball in that area, and then put guys away.
Why did you sub him off?
What?
Why did you sub him off then?
Because we have to win duels, and in my point of view, he didn't do enough, to avoid, that somebody can give an easy long ball. And you saw Brendan came in, and it was a different story. And I want not from 11 men who works very hard, not 10 or 9 or 8 men. Everybody has to work, especially in this kind of games. These are very difficult games, And so I had the feeling that, we have to win those duels, and that's why I also put Jeff Laurentovic in. After we put Jeff in, we get chance after chance. And you can think, hey, that's defensively. No, but first you have to win those duels, and we did after that. And you saw every time when we won those duels, there was an open space with Justin, with Joseph. So I think it was good from us that we did it, because I had the feeling at that moment that we were losing grip on the game, and that's why I put those 2 in, and we turned it around.
Sit. In general, did you see the response from the team you wanted to see after last Wednesday?
Yeah, but that was okay. But still, we have to do better in that, and because I think you know, it was a little bit tight game. You know, it could be either way it goes out. But especially in the second half, I had the feeling that we were losing much more duels. But you know, the reaction was much better. You know, we were from the first second we were there, and that's very positive. But I expect also a reaction, of course, after a defeat like that, of course.
Same here, Chris.
I want to go back to was kind of tagging off his question. Even though you do leave with only a point, you do come back from a goal down, Joseph Stanley, of course, and then the goal that put you ahead. So, in some respect, you have to be happy with the resolve for the team to come back, correct?
No, but that is always positive, you know. If you are 2-1 down and there are not so many minutes until the end and you respond like that, that's fantastic and that you want to see. And of course I'm happy, but still, you know, when you are like 1 minute away for 3 points, you know, and now you're only sitting here with 1 point, that's disappointing. But you know, you have to take you have to look to the negative things, but also, you know, to the positive things. And there were also a lot of positive things, and we have to go further from there. And it's still a long season, but we want to improve, we want to be better, so we have to understand what we did wrong, and there we have to improve, and what we did good, maybe we can even do better.
First and Doug.
Considering, you know, some recent slow starts to games, some defensive lapses, and now this not being able to finish off, do you think that the team is having a serious issue with mentality, and if so, is it something that's developed lately?
No, I don't think so. You know, I think, you know, of course it's very harsh, you know, when you can see the goal also against Salt Lake, you know, in the last second. And I said already in the dressing room, we have to understand, you know, how you avoid it doesn't matter, but you have to avoid those that they can get a chance, and you know, you have to go through that pain because it's hard, you know. It was really a battle, but we have to improve on that, and maybe it's mentality, you know, to really understand, hey, what does it mean, you know, to get those points. Or point when you are at a point that you think, oh, that's enough. But now 3 points, was of course the best result for us. But maybe mentally we have to improve in that, because lately we, you know, if we concede a goal very early, we coming into emotion, but we just have to still play our own game. And this is. Maybe sometimes the problem of our team, but I'm convinced that we can do much better the next time.
2 questions. If you please have an injury update on Pogba, and I think you said you were going to get something on Barco today. And also, I think you've given up almost as many goals in the past 4 games as you did before the entire international break. You've also had to use different combinations of players on defense. Is just the chemistry just a bit off on that back line now as you're having?
No, okay, I always say, you know, it's, you know, defending starts up front, guys, and you cannot blame the defense. It's the whole team, and if you see the second goal, you know, it starts. Somebody turns his back to the situation, and at that moment he passes through a midfield, and then the other one one of our defenders has to step out. So it's all a team effort, and I think we have to understand that. And of course, you know, you want to play always with the same back line, because then the chemistry and the connection is normally better. But still, I think we have quality enough, you know, not to concede so many goals. But again, I never blame the back four or the goalkeeper. It's a team effort, and we have tried to avoid, you know, that they get more pressure than it should be.
And Marco and Pogba?
Oh yeah, Flo. Yeah, I think he had a hamstring injury, and you know, you always see that because he played, of course, a very good game here against Toronto, then against was it here? Montreal, and then I had him, of course, you know, on the bench because I think in 8 days 3 games is too much when you didn't play that much. But that he had to enter after 12 minutes, you know, and he played almost the whole game. And now this, you know, so yeah, because of the red card, I had to put him in, of course, as a left centre back. And then you see what's happening, you know. We were precautious that, okay, take it easy with him, but suddenly he had to play 3 games in 8 days. So yeah, unfortunately for him, because I think he was doing really well, a very positive guy in the dressing room, helpful for youngsters, and yeah. Now we can help the youngsters, but it's pity for him because he didn't deserve it because he did a really good job, you know.
And Marco?
Yeah, Barco, you said today we know something more, but I didn't spoke with the doctor still, and I was focusing on the game today, and I will hear it maybe afterwards or tomorrow morning.